Okay, right. Hopefully we are live now. Apologies for that. I actually clicked on the wrong button. Just need to make sure that we are live now before I talk anymore. Been talking to myself for about the last 10 minutes. Okay, right. So it does look like we are now live. So right, let's jump back to the race. Well, I'll start again. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Delta T Racing. It's Thursday night, so it's time for division number 2. We are this week on round 2 at Mexico. Just going to jump on board with Hammers now, coming towards the final sector of his initial hot lap. Bogorowski down in 16th at the moment. So as I was saying, last week's winner was J5 Gaming, second going to Kazingal, and third was Bogorowski. So obviously that's our championship standings at the moment, being early on. Who do we have? Ralph coming into the pits. Bogorowski just about to start a lap. Sorry, I thought he was completing a lap. I think we have the Haas of Waza just about to cross the line. Again, kidding me by starting a lap. We have one of the Skipper I think is playing his Joker tonight. Just to explain, obviously for new viewers, it's a new season. We like to try things a little bit different, and this season we came up with the idea of a Joker. So basically what you do is you play your Joker only once over a season, but you have to play it once. You can't play it at a feature race. So you can't play it a sprint race or the 100% race that we'll be having. But what you do is you play your Joker card, you do an out lap and then retire in the pits, so you start from the back of the grid. You then fight your way through from the back in the race. If you get yourself up into the points, then you score double points. So obviously you work your way up to first position. You will take home 50 points, and potentially you get fastest lap as well, a point for that, which is doubled. You could take home 52 points, so that could be a huge advantage in the championship. Last night in Division 1 we had poor old Benny Bonneau actually won the race after starting pretty much last. I think he was late to qualifying due to other reasons, but went on to actually win the race. So did a last to first and hadn't played his Joker. That would have been an ideal opportunity to take home 50 odd points. So excuse me, there might be a couple of click outs on here. So I'm on PC rather than on the PlayStation, so I'm just getting used to trying to get it all working. I don't know if anyone's listening, if they can tell me if the sound is okay. If not, I'll carry on talking, and worst case you'll have a picture to watch. Okay, so going Hummer hasn't set a lap time yet. I thought he went out quite early doors, but perhaps invalidated or abandoned. And has abandoned that one as well by the looks of it. So Connor now coming round into the stadium section. Connor's shown some really good pace over the last couple of seasons, to be honest, not only in this division, but when he's reserved in Division 1, he's held his own there and has put in some very good times. So 15.112 there. So going through the grid, because I have basically been trying to set up and yattering through it at the moment. But TGL Stewart taking provisional pole position with a 14.764. I think Stewart was pretty much cruising last week's race, if I remember rightly, and had an unfortunate argument with the pit entry wall and didn't finish the race. That was a Circuit of the Americas. So yeah, I think basically you've got one of these bogus lines, and when you follow it, it leads you straight into a wall. So he's shown good pace already this season, so I think he'll be one to watch out for in this race. Bog in second place at the moment with a 14.9, hopefully feeling a bit more comfortable. Said last night was a bit like ice skating for him. Didn't have the setup right and was struggling a bit, but it's tonight that matters for Bogorowski. As I say, reigning Division 2 champion. Wazza in third, always shows good pace, Wazza. Just needs to hold it together a little bit more, and he will be up there. Connor in fourth, as we've discussed. So just if Daniel is on a lap, we'll just stay with him, and then we'll jump to the Mercedes of Brother Adam to see what time he could put in. Okay, so Daniel up into fifth. It wasn't. I should be struggling with my eyes here. Is Berserk 15.989. Right, okay, we then have, is it Ralph on his second lap? Oh, I wish they'd change these blues. Scully. I think it's Cavolis. Yeah, he does come into the pit. So let's stick with Ralph. He aborts that lap, as does the Kick Sauber behind. So struggling a little bit early doors, but I think we are going to see a nice tow here by the McLaren boys. Down the start-finish line, Hammers looks like he is going to be the sacrificial lamb this time, but whether they'll get a chance to go out again. The Bog not closing, not being able to pull up. Hammers getting out of the way there. And then Bog will try the same thing, so I think Bog will probably look at returning the favour now. Okay, so a bit further back, Daniel has invalidated. We've got the two Mercedes, Brother Adam on his out lap, Berserk on his in lap. So next is going to be, is that the Alpine? One of the Alpines, it's Stuart. So Stuart's on his out lap as well. Bog, obviously, we've seen has invalidated. Johnny, how's Johnny getting on? He's invalidated as well, but currently in sixth place with a 15.2. Hammers, as we saw, gave the tow to Bog. Backs off there. So he's ready to start his run in a minute. So Tidio Stewart starting his second, I think it's his second set of laps. So currently fastest on a 14.7. Be looking to improve on that if he can. Adam comes into the pits. Who else do we have out? Skipper. So yeah, anyway, I was going on about the Jokers earlier, and I didn't actually tell you who's playing them tonight. We've got three are playing them tonight. We have Kazingle, Composite, and Hummer. As you see, they're currently in 14th, 15th and 16th position. Composite on his outlap, so should just come into the pits after that. Let's go back to Skipper, see how Skipper gets on through the state. Oh, he's invalidated, so he won't be improving. Cavolis and Connor. Oh, Connor, let's have a look at Connor. Let's see how he progresses. Fourth fastest around at 15.1. So he's 4/10 to get pole position. That was a good lap by Stewart. And Connor aborts. So only Cavolis out on a lap. A couple on an out lap. Wazza just started his. Probably be his final run, to be honest, unless he can hit at the end of this. Composite. So composite looks like he's going on to that. Basically with the Joker you're supposed to do one, you can set your setup, do one out lap, so an installation lap, and then come straight into the pits and retire from the session. But anyway, let's have a look at Wazza coming through the S's now. So such a satisfying set of corners that if you can get it right. And Wazza going purple there. Although as we've seen before, purple doesn't always mean on here that they are the fastest. We've seen someone with 3 purple sectors before and they got 2nd position. Wazza going a bit wide there, 14.9. Could have cut that corner a bit, maybe got a couple of hundredths, but up into 2nd place. Right, Cabolis is on a start lap looking at, sorry, no, in that. So Scully will be, I think the next person to settle a time will jump on with him. Scully again had a very good season last year. Just made a few little mistakes, but his pace has certainly improved. So it's good to see drivers progressing. The stadium section. See what time he can put. 16.6, a big improvement for him of 0.721. Still in 13th in the size of the runners so far. I'm not quite sure what the practice he's managed to have, if any. Okay, so Hammers. Last lap, then he can show good pace. So it's the good thing about this division. It was so exciting last year was there were so many people that could win a race week in, week out. Certain tracks suited certain people, but it was just you never quite knew, and you always had good back on the track. Overall, real good season to watch. Hammers there making a small improvement this time. Hughes Bob just about to start a lap. Scully will be coming into the pits, I would have thought. Cabolis just about to start. Boys, so is it Brother Adam next? He's invalidated, so Berserk just about to start. So that's the installation lap there. Brother Adam 7.1 down. Hung on and giving his teammate a bit of a tow there, but no, Daniel 14.481, nearly 3/4 of a second improvement right there for Daniel, up into provisional pole position. Okay, where's Stuart? Stuart's back there, we'll keep an eye on him. Bogorovsky has invalidated. Next up we're looking at Connor. Into the last sector now. Just ahead of his teammates, so just down the road. Can he topple Daniel from provisional pole on 14.481? Wazza finishes with a 14.9, and Connor up in a second with a 14.743, and Stewart has aborted that lap. So it looks like Daniel is going to take pole position, unless we have anyone a bit further back who's likely to take that. Skipper has invalidated, so it's not going to be him. I don't think it's going to be the Mercedes. They've crossed the line. Daniel's Skipper, well, he improved on his time, so up to 8th position, but not really troubling the front runners. I think that is it. Kavolis is the only other one who comes into the pit, so Daniel does indeed take pole position with a 114.481. Pretty big gap actually, 0.26 of a second. Then obviously Connor with a 14.743, Stewart with a 14.764, Wazza with a 14.9, and Bog with a 14.9 as well. So basically top 5, well, I'll be honest with you, we took Daniel out, I think the top 5 are separated by a couple of tenths. So there we have confirmation of Daniel's pole position with a 114.481. Then we got Connor in second. Then on row 2 we have TGL Stewart and Wazza. Row number 3 we have Bogorovsky and Hammers. So all McLaren there. Then Johnny, Ralph, Kavolis, Skipper. I'm going through quickly because it's changing. And the 3 at the back are Kazingle, Hummer and Composite. So Composite not setting a time in the end, and will start last. But as I say, it's supposed to just be one outlap, not a series of outlaps. Right. Let's get the menus up. So details. We'll do first. We'll have a look at tyres to see how it's gone for me. It's pretty much a clean strip. Excuse me. Choked on a bit of drink there. So yeah, pretty much a clean sweep of mediums with just Johnny in 7th and Jack, who's been disqualified from the formation lap as well. Looks like he might have had a bit of contact with Composite, or well, they're both going to start from the back of the grid on very cold tyres. But just so anyway, just Jack in 14th and Johnny in 7th. Going for the hards, everybody else opting for the medium tyre strategy. So tyre strategy there, medium hards or medium hards according to that. I think there'll probably be a deviation from that. Potentially going to be a safety car as well. Might give a chance for obviously a two-stop, probably a hard medium, and then go on to a set of softs. But we will see. If anything like last night's race, I believe there was rain in last night's race, but the track didn't actually get really wet enough for the inters, so the dry tyres were still quicker. Right, so at the back we are waiting for Hummer because Comset is disqualified from the formation map. Okay, so are we going to get a good angle? Not too bad. So red lights are out and away we go, and a pretty good start there for Connor from his teammate. And Connor looks like he could. No, he gets a bit cut off there. I think Connor did look like he was on to a good run there, but Wazza making the move round the outside, which becomes the inside. A little bit of contact there. I can see some carbon fibre. A little bit further back, but nothing too major. What have we got going on there with the Ferrari? Is that in the racing ball? So right, let's jump. So the front seems to be spaced out just a bit. Obviously takes a few corners at the start of any Grand Prix. The opportunist, you get the mistakes, you get everything, but then it kind of settles down after half of that. Game volume too loud or mic too low. Thank you, Stuart. Move that down a bit. Hopefully that might be a bit better. I think the game volume is just a bit high. Okay, so Stuart leading the way. Sorry, whilst I was reading your comment, I missed your overtake on Daniel. So Stuart up into first place. He'll look at stretching his legs if he can. Daniel in second, coming under pressure from Wazza in the Haas. Connor still there in fourth place with Hammers and Bogorovsky sniffing behind him. So the top all within DRS, and it's so important to stay within DRS here. McLaren's obviously in a good position so they can use each other. Should they drop it there? Who was that? Daniel. Daniel's all falling apart for your friend. I think he's going to have to come in because he's got wing damage. He's not coming in. He's missing the front end plate. And he's now going to come under pressure from Hammers. Fine until this corner. This is where you are going to struggle to actually get that turn out. Oh, has he? Okay. Right. Well, we'll see if they can drive through that, but obviously with front end plate damage, Bog now looking to make a move on his teammate. I think that's going to happen, to be fair. Look at the lock-up though. If it hadn't been Hammers, he did say earlier that he was just struggling a little bit with lock-ups. But right, let's get back to the front where Connor up into second place. I think Daniel and Wazza might have had a little bit of an incident. And Connor taking advantage of that and popping himself up in the first place. So I don't know if there's team orders, but oh gee, we have Daniel round a little bit further back, and we have a yellow flag. Is this going to bring out the first safety car? I think pretty much everybody is through. And Daniel gets going again, but his race really has fallen apart now. So we are 2 by 2 at the front. And the two Alpines of Connor and Stewart. 1.5 seconds ahead of the McLaren, the boys of Hammers and Bogarovsky. So defending constructors and defending driver champion from last year. I'm sure they will work together should they need to try and close that gap to the front too. Wazza picking up a 3-second time penalty for what? How the hell is Wazza down there? What did I miss with Wazza? Hey, Wazza. Okay, where are we? Berserk. Looking to put pressure on Cavolis, but he himself is under pressure from Hummer. Hummer rocking his way back through the grid after taking the playing the Joker. Into 7th place, Cavolis and Hummer battling away behind. Hummer just mounting the curb a bit there, just for avoiding tactics. Under pressure from Kazingle, so Jack looking to make a move up the inside. This time. So unfortunately this is becoming a bit of a DRS train. But at the front, the McLaren have caught the Alpines. Bolt needs to close that gap down. He's teetering on that second behind, wants to keep within there, within the DRS line, which is coming up around now, which he is. So Bog will keep on to DRS for this lap. So important. If you drop out of it, you will drop like a stone. If you're looking at Ralph, 3.1 behind as we hit the start of the straight here. Now 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8. So it was 3/4 of a second you can lose by not being in the DRS. It's a hell of a lot. But Hammer's now looking to put pressure on the Alpines to try and disrupt this a bit, and oh, Bog getting a little bit tail happy there. Oh, Stewart is round. I'm not sure if that was contact with Hammers or not. I'm sure we will find out later, but Stewart is round. Hammers doesn't have any damage, but doesn't mean that he wasn't involved in some way, shape or form. Looks like Bog unfortunately drove straight into that incident, just can't see it. And obviously around a flat out corner, so Bog is going to have to pit, which he does. So Bog will be going on to hard tyres, 29 laps to take, and it's going to be a mission. Stewart also into the pits, so a couple of front runners there not having the greatest of laps. But what we will do is we will jump back to the battle at the front that is happening. Who have we got there? Scully as well. Just losing out to Brother Adam there, Cavolis and Single. So Jack up into 6th place and Hummer in 5th. Where is Composite? Composite 11th. So not doing too bad. A couple of the boys that played their Jokers are into the points and in good points as well. Right, back to the front. So Hammer's just not able to close. It goes a bit wide there. This is going to give an opportunity to Ralph. Too far back, sorry about that, but it's given Connor an awful lot of breathing space. Look at that now, rear view mirror, not so much empty, but there's a speck there as opposed to a great big orange nose. So I'm sure he'll be quite relieved at that, just give him a little bit of a chance to recoup some of his ERS. So current championship leader Johnny working his way up into 4th place on those hard tyres. So I think they're basically looking at taking them. Not sure what she's actually doing here. So I just keep muting the headset. I've got a bit of a cough as well, right? So it's obviously not very helpful when you're trying to talk. But so yeah, as we say, Johnny up into 4th position on the hard tyres. What we will do, we'll have a quick look just as a reminder as to what tyres everybody is on. So Johnny, I would say the lead hard runner, Jack in 6th. Also on those hard wrestling on the medium, so Bog and Stuart and Wazza, they have reverted to the hard tyres, as has Daniel. So they'll be looking at taking those as long as they can and probably hoping for a safety car. So position, I mean Hummer up 10 positions, Jack up 8. As I say, the ones that have taken or played their joker are doing pretty well so far. So Johnny now closing in on Ralph. I think those medium tyres might just be getting to the turning point. Obviously not dropping off yet, they've still got a way to go, but more along the lines that the hard is probably becoming the quicker tyre now. So Johnny does indeed pull out and make what looks like a absolutely really easy overtake on Ralph there. So we'll see if Johnny can make any impact into Hammers ahead of him. So Hammers just has chipped that gap back down. It was about 2.5 seconds after his mistake. Now down to about 1.2. Brother Adam and Skipper battling away for 8th and 9th. Brother Adam coming out on top at the moment. He'll now be looking to hunt down Cavolis in front of him in the Racing Bull. Further back, Wazza making a move on Berserk. On a bit of a fly mode, obviously got that penalty as well, because that gap now back to within DRS range. Harris just wants to pull up as close as he can and then just try and regain some of his ERS. Oh, Cav getting a 10-second penalty for speeding. Again, it is a very common one to get penalties here. Certainly in F124, it's pretty brutal. Silverstone is another one, obviously with the pit speed limit there down at 37 instead of 50. But we do see a fair amount of time penalties here for speeding in the pit lane. Unfortunately this year they've doubled to 10 seconds, which is massively painful. Only 5 seconds is bad enough, but now down to now being 10 seconds. That's a real good hit. Connor there with a bit of an arse wiggle, losing a bit. He's Hammer's going to go for a move up the inside. You bet your bottom dollar he is. Connor going a little bit wide, maintains the position, gives it back. It's good racing from Connor, although I think he was pushed wide, so he might have had a right to actually keep that one. But I think he'll be more than happy now to sit behind Hammers, regain some of his ERS, and use the DRS to just put himself along. What is that? Blind Dreamfield up into 9th position, but I want to get back here because I think Connor's one to like being in 2nd place if he can be in the lead, and there he is up the inside. We'll get a second dose of DRS along this straight here as well. Just enough to put him away from the threat of Hammers behind, but it's become a good battle for the lead. Obviously these two still need to pit, and we need to see whether Stewart and Bogorovsky can get themselves back into it. Close to the battle we've got at the moment, Ralph and Jack. Jack into 4th position, so Ralph in 5th, still having a decent race. I can't remember qualifying that 10th, but two Red Bulls soon to be line astern. I believe Hammers is occasionally pretty much all Hammers into the pit. So Hammers is the first to blink, lap number 13, so it'll be 22-23 laps on the hard tyres. It's a good stop by the McLaren team, serviced him there. Back out into the pit lane. Where is he going to come out? Out ahead of Scully, Stewart, Composite and Bogorovsky, so a good job there by the McLaren team, just jumping him out ahead of that group. He's now got 2.5 seconds of clear air ahead of him to catch Wazza with that penalty, but if he can keep up with Wazza, then his pace is going to be pretty good. Connor, he's picked up a penalty. Did he have that before, or is that new and I've missed it? But I'm wondering if he is going to be the next to blink and try and cover off Hammers, because the undercut can be pretty powerful in this game. Obviously some tracks more so than others, but generally the undercut is or can be massive. So Connor into the pits. Johnny takes over the lead on those hard tyres. Jack will move his way up into 2nd place as well. Obviously the both starting on the hard tyres, looking to go long. Connor there with a decent pit stop as well. We'll see where he is going to come out. Hummer also a bit further back, has pitted. Was supposed to be with Connor. Right, so Connor has come out ahead of his teammate. Bogorovsky making a move on Composite, being followed through by Scully. A little bit deep on the brakes there, but then he's just put it back again. Okay, so Wazza, 6th position, closing in on Skipper. They've got Hammers 2.2 behind, so keep an eye on that. 1.3 seconds further back to Connor and then Stewart. So we're back to the McLaren and Alpine battle again. It's a slightly different order up in 2x2. It's now McLaren sandwiching the two Alpines, so boggling between the positions if we can. But Stewart and Connor want to get back to the front of the pack, where they've shown a good pace all day. So Wazza, as I say, quite quick obviously on those newer tyres. Skipper is struggling and decides to pit. Yeah, Skipper pits. So Wazza up to 5th position, Hammers up to 6th, 1.5 behind Bog. Taking up to 9th position. Safety car. Why have we got a safety car? Who did we do? Berserk. What happened to Berserk? Ay, 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 ay. Oh, this is going to be a bugger for Johnny. Needs to pit really, but he's not ready to get rid of those hard tyres yet. You can't take 21 laps on a set of mediums. It'll explode, man. But okay, so Johnny, is he going to pit off of those hard tyres? Is Jack going to do the same from second place? Ralph in third. Is he actually pitted? No. So Ralph and brother Adam, this is ideal for them because they can come and jump onto those hard tyres. Only going to lose a heap of not too many positions. Let's have a quick look, see who does. So Johnny does, Jack does, Ralph does, brother Adam does. Wazza, is he going to come in for fresh tyres? Looks like he is. I don't know if he's got a fresh set of hards. Hammer says sod that, I'm carrying on. Stuart will carry on as well. He is Stuart. He's more intent on getting track position. Look how it's falling for Johnny, out in third position on medium tyres. But, and it's a very big but, he's not going to be able to get those to the end of the Grand Prix, so he is going to need to pit again. Obviously the mediums are going to heat up a lot easier on the restart, and he will need to go like Billy O. Same as Jack, because he looks like in fifth. He'll need to make his way past those hard runners and try and build up a big gap. Go on and maybe another set of mediums or softs. Probably a set of softs for the last few laps, although I think they only last a few laps here too. But then with the hards going off and then on fresh mediums, but it's a long shot now. Bog down in 11th. Again on a fresh set of mediums. 20 laps. I think these medium runners are going to have to stop again, whereas the hard runners do not. Okay, so let's have a look at penalties. 3 seconds to Connor and to Scully, and 6 seconds to Wazza. Wazza does like to collect penalties, I have to admit. I think over the seasons, if there was a top penalty king, I think Wazza would be pretty in the top, if not there. But yeah, 6 seconds for him, 3 seconds for Connor. That is going to hurt him if it is a close race. Obviously the safety car not helping to bunch it up. And now has Johnny between him and his teammate. So it could be a good thing if he wants to play it solo and pull away, but he might go back and play the team game and try and close in on the McLaren of Hammers. Okay, so it looks like we are bunched up as a field, so there's no reason why the second car is not going to come in. When is it going to say? Fairly late here because the sector 3 only ends just down this straight here, although I have known it before that we're just about to enter the final couple of corners, or final corner, and it's a safety car in. But here we go, the call has come. Hammers has now become the pace car. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go early? Is he going to go late? But he has to back right off and allow that safety car to go into the pit lane, which he does now. And he's gone. who has reacted behind. Doesn't look like too much of an issue. Brother Adam doing a slightly slower start, and Wazza deciding that that is the position that he wants. Side by side into turn number 1, but Wazza taking the line there. Brother looking for a switchback, but unfortunately wasn't able to on this occasion. So we now have Jack and Stuart battling away behind Johnny, who is in 3rd position. So this is giving the front two an ideal opportunity to just pull away. Look at that, they've already got a 1.5 second gap, so they pulled themselves out of the DRS zone. But if they could do that after a couple of laps, they should be able to pull away. Preset gap. Oh, yep, preset gap. 1.5. I think it would soon become 2.2 and then 3.7. So it seems to be about up to 3/4 of a second if you lose down the start-finish line without DRS. So there we go. Let's just have a quick look here. So Johnny comes on to the start-finish line now, 2.1 seconds behind. He doesn't have DRS. Oh, no, I thought Connor would have DRS. We've got another safety car. Why? We've got another safety car. Or is that? No, it's not a safety car. It's just Right, so apologies for the false information there. I didn't think we had a safety car, but it seems that I have got a safety car stuck up above the driver's tree there. But the track itself is not full yellow, so we do not have a safety car. Hopefully it will clear itself a bit later, but Hammers and Hana now battling away at the front. Now, this will probably be the worst thing that they can do, because with them battling it will allow Johnny, he's already half a second gained, dropping it a bit there, but did gain it by about half a second. These two really need to work together and pull the pin and try and get past everybody else, or try and pull away from everybody else. So the gap 2.1, Bog making his way up and past Brother Adam. So Bog up into the points. Lock up behind. I saw a big plume of smoke. Right, let's get to the front again. Right, so now making the move on Ralph. Is Bog going to follow him through? Look at the gap, 2.8 seconds, 2.7 to Stuart. If these two work, they can pull away hugely. And there's Stuart back there, and himself is under pressure from Jack and Robert Brick. So Kazingle up into 3rd place. We're going to go, oh, jeez. A bit of a late move there from Johnny. Stuart, I think, avoiding action now. I don't know if he got any damage. No, he's not got any damage. I think he's just gathering himself after that. We've got a bit of a... Everybody hit everybody. Bulk got hit in the back by Ralph, he got hit in the back by Brother Adam, he got hit in the back by Daniel. So it could potentially be some front wing damage there, but then if they hit nose on, they might have got away with it. So So gap at the front, 3.5 seconds. So these two just need to use each other to pull away. I can't remember. Both on the hards, so both pretty much could get to the end. Probably be a bit slippy towards the end, but they've got every chance of getting there. So he's kind of going to go for a move. Sensibly just going to sit in behind here. Maybe use the DRS on this straight to go for an overtake, or happily sit behind for a lap. So any more overtakes happened? Nothing that I can see of interest, although Bog is now looking at making a move on Stewart. Just around the outside becomes the inside. Later on the brakes by Bog there. Bog up into 7th position. Stewart taking a bit of a beating over the last couple of laps, but I think he's still got the pace to get himself back into this. Probably still fuming inside the composite pick out the 3-second time penalty. Still within half a second. Look at that, Johnny is now 5 seconds behind, and he's now going to come under pressure again from Kizingle, and Wazza's made his way up into 5th place, and he's dragged Hummer with him as well. Bog and Stewart tussling away there. Wazza is up into oh, I don't know. Been a long day. So Bog in 6th position, just ahead of the 2 Red Bulls. So the 3 players of the Jokers today, Jack, Kizingle in 3rd position, so going well for him. Who else do we have? Hummer, who is currently in 7th position, and Composite, who's down in 14th. So, but still, 13 laps to go. Anything can happen. Right, let's go a bit further. So dropping down to 11th. Has he got damage? Doesn't look like it. Right, okay. So Johnny now making a move on Jack. So Johnny up into 3rd position. So there's fresh set of mediums, but the 2 on the hards gone, nearly 6 seconds up the road. Needs a safety car. We have a caution in sector 2. We got a virtual safety car. Why do we have that? Who was struggling back there? Oh dear, no, Caballos has no front wing. Something happened with Cav there, but we've only got a virtual safety car, not a full one. But Hammers does take the opportunity to come in. There's Connor. There we go. It's a fresh set of what? What are you going to put on? So Hammers has gone for the fresh set of mediums. And Connor also on a fresh set of mediums. Okay, so they've come out in 8th and 9th. Johnny now leading. Bog Bog has pitted as well, so still under no control. Jack getting very close to the back of Johnny there, so Hummer's in third. So the Red Bull's back into third and fourth position. Scully getting a drive-through penalty. And we are racing again, and Jack will be looking to try and get the lead back from Johnny. Obviously those with a 1.3 second gap to Hummer behind, so they're going to want to pull this out. Again, we've shown that they're outside of the DRS, and we've shown how powerful the ball is. We've got two people in the DRS, just how quick they can pull a line. Hummer might have been using a fair amount of DRS. I don't think no. And he's going to come under pressure, so Hammer's making a move past Skipper and up back into sixth position. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at overall times to the leader, just to see how far everybody is behind. So Hammer's, after pitting, has a 9.4 second deficit to the leader. Also has 5 cars in front of him that he needs to get past. Connor, now stuck behind Skipper, will want to get past him as quick as he can and latch onto the back of Hammers. Still think these two have a good chance of winning the race, but they need to make moves on the car in front as quick as possible. Connor obviously will get the DRS and then the start-finish line, so should be able to get past Skipper there. But Hammers is closing in already, 8.7 seconds now behind the leader, so that is tumbling down. So Johnny about to take the lead of the race. Hammers putting a 16.5 fastest lap of the race. So Johnny does indeed take the lead, and Connor, as expected, does make the move on Skipper and up into 7th place. So Connor now on it. He has fastest sector 1 of the race so far, so he'll be looking at closing that gap as quick as he can onto the back of Hammers, which he has. He's now within the DRS range, so these two can go at it again. Connor has used more of his ERS, so he could have used that to close down on the last lap, but can now sit in the DRS for the next lap and recharge it. Oh, Connor picking up a penalty there. Just saw him just starting to cut that chicane. And picking up the 3rd track warning. Picks up fastest lap though, so 16.083. I do wonder if the validity of that, if we had a track limit, but we won't go there. Right, at the front, Hummer. Oh, he's all kicking off everywhere. Hammers and Connor. I'll step away from it for a minute and something happens, doesn't it? But Hammers now down into 7th position. So close at the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers covered by, well, a blanket basically. So Daniel just dropping. Oh, he closed in there. As I was just about to say, he's dropping off a bit. He then closes up. But Connor 3.6 seconds behind this group now, considering that was up at sort of 9 seconds not so long ago. They have really eaten into it, but with these fighting, I tell the person that's loving it is Jack. Nearly 2 seconds ahead now. Is he on fresh mediums as well? Oh no, 13. So yeah, you just need to keep an eye on those tyres, but as it stands, Johnny just allowed that one to go there. Safety car, who is out? Who do we have? Cavolis, where is he? It was. So we have a safety car. We are going to have a short sprint. Safety car's going to be out for about 2, so we're going to have about 6 or 7, potentially, about 6 laps. What are the front 2 going to do? What's the whole field going to do? But we have so far people that made it. Bog. Yeah, softs. Concept and mediums. Wazza softs. Adam softs. Scully softs. Don't know what the deltas are on this as to whether it's worth the trade-off. Single might have been under his delta there, and it would nearly come to a stop. There was a danger in that safety car. So Kazinga is going to come in for softs. Hummer going to come in for softs. Connor's staying out. So Hummer in, Ralph in, Johnny in. Hammer's staying out. He did. Would you? Yeah, they only put it 5 laps on the mediums. I suppose they're happy with that. But wow, yeah. So we got 3 medium runners at the pointy end of this field. Common Hammers with 5 laps on their tyres. Kazingle coming out with a lovely set of fresh medium tyres. But then behind we have a gaggle of soft runners in Hummer, Ralph, Johnny, Daniel, Skipper, TGL Stewart, Bogorovsky. So Bog up into the points again. All of those on soft tyres and concept mediums, and Wazza unfortunately back down in 12th position, so it's a bit of a yo-yo race to Wazza so far. He's been up there and at the back and up there and at the back again. We'll see what he can do on those soft tyres. Brother Adam and Scully rounding out the remaining runners, and I have managed to miss Berserk and Cavolis' retirement. Couldn't even tell you where, couldn't even tell you why. Just the fact that I'm no longer in the race. Safety car's going to be out for at least another lap. So as a little run through the order as we stand on lap number 31 of 36, so 6 laps including the one we are on. Connor leading the way in the Alpine with Harris in the McLaren, closely behind close behind in the safety car, but these two have been battling pretty much throughout the race. And I don't see that changing. Jack in 3rd position, so Kazingle in the Aston Martin in 3rd. Hummer in the Red Bull, just ahead of his teammate Ralph in 4th and 5th. Then the 2nd Aston of Daniel in 6th position. And we have the sole Ferrari of J5 Gaming, Johnny in 7th. Skipper in 8th in the Pick Sauber. And the 2nd Alpine of Stewart in 9th. Again, Stewart showing great pace, but he's had a couple of incidents. I don't know if the tyres weren't to his liking or whether he had damage. But managed to dropped through the field a bit, but fingers crossed he can work his way back up. Currently sitting in the point in 9th position. Bogorovsky in 10th position in the 2nd McLaren. Then in 11th we have Composite in the second kick Sauber, Wazza in the sole, Haas in 12th, Brother Adam in the Mercedes in 13th, and Scully bringing up the last of the runners in 14th. Safety car's going to be out for another lap. So we're going to have a 4-lap shootout. So Joker-wise, Jack in 3rd position, currently looking to score a nice load of points for that. Hummer also playing with Joker, currently sitting in 4th. Jack can get those points if he can, preferably work his way up to the front and pick up 50 points. Ralph, who else played the Joker? Sorry, Composite, wasn't it? Down in, so he's in 10th, so currently he'll be picking up 2 points. But he will have a Wazza behind him on soft tyres. Do what he can to get past as quick as possible. Right, okay, so the safety car restart is going to be coming up. Well, hopefully it's coming up, there's no reason why it should stay out any longer. The safety car is indeed coming in this lap, so let's jump to the front. Everybody slows down, don't get anybody bumping into the back of each other. Right, okay, so here's Connor. There we go. Needs to wait for that safety car to come in, otherwise you will get limited. He's gone. Court Hammer's napping ever so slightly, but not too much. And Jack is getting a nice look at the back up. Baron will look at trying to make a move if he possibly can. Ralph just getting his nose out, I think, just to have a bit of a peek, just to say here I am, but not actually going for the move. So look, anything a bit further back, got a bit going on between Composite and Wazza. So Wazza on the charge into 11th place. We saw Scully on the wall there, just sliding out. So right. Soft runners are really going to want to get past those mediums. I tell the one person that this is really hurting at the moment is Connor. He's got that 3-second penalty, leads by just over half a second, but he could drop down. Well, if it stays like this, he could drop down 5, 6, 7 places. DRS now enabled. Emma's making the move up the inside of Connor there. A little bit of wheel to wheel, but nothing too major. And Connor retains the position of Jack having a great slip now. Thinks that these two have half fighting. Be in a good position to pick up, to mop up any of the mess, but he needs to keep this swarm of soft runners behind him. Bogoski up into 7th position as well, so a good restart for him so far. He will want to make up a few more places if he can. Very low on ERS. I think they have blasted it, trying to keep up with each other on this restart. Wazza picks up another penalty for 3 seconds. I think that's your hat trick. I think that's your 3 threes. side just to defend against Jack, who had Hummer behind him. So Bog unable to make a move, gets overtaken by Wazza. Right, back to the... Oh, Stuart, honestly. Oh, mate. Look. Come back next week, try again. So Hammer's staying within DRS of Connor, but he doesn't need to make the overtake. 2 laps to go, including the one that we are on. He doesn't need to, he just needs to keep everybody behind him and within 3 seconds of Connor, and he will take the lead. I would like to see just where Connor is likely to finish though. At the moment he'd be dropping down to about 6th position, so that could be well, okay, so anybody gonna go for a move? Anybody looking to line up on the move? Yeah. Ominous. And Bog up into 7th place. Johnny not having the best. Oh, Bog, what happened there? Oh dear. Right, so Bogarowski down the field. Right, let's get back to the front where it is all happening anyway, because Hammers is keeping within that secondaries overtakes going. Wazza overtaking everybody when he's got about 2 days worth of penalties. Now side by side with, is that Ralph or Hammer? Wazza getting another time penalty. Right, let's get back to the front anyway, sorry. Okay, so Hammers is closing, but as I say, doesn't need to make that overtake. It does look like he is going to win in Mexico. Unfortunate for Connor, who has had another superb race and is going to win the Mexican Grand Prix on track anyway, and deservedly so. Hammers is going to leapfrog him. So basically we're going to have Hammers and then Kazingle, Hummer, Skipper, Connor currently in 5th. Is he going to keep that? He does. So Connor at least gets 5th, but it's going to feel like daylight robbery for him. There might be a chance to remove the penalty if one of the warnings was unjust. He hasn't served it if he could keep his race footage, but we'll wait and see. But as it stands, Hammers is the race winner. So Hummer picking up driver of the day. And there's Hammers on the top step there. Okay, so the official race results. Hammers taking the win for McLaren with Kazingle in 2nd and Hummer in 3rd position. Then we got Skipper 4th, Connor dropping down to 5th, although winning on track. 6th was Johnny, J5 Gaming. Then Brother Adam in 7th, 8th goes to Daniel, 9th to Ralph, 10th to Composite, 11th to Wazza. 12th was Bogarowski, 13th Scully, Stewart in 14th, 15th was Kavolis, and 16th was Berserk. So that brings to a close round number 2. We'll be back for round number 3, not next week, but the week after. Next week's a break week because obviously with the school half terms. Currently also we've got release of Call of Duty, which is coincidental, but for those of you that enjoy it, you can have a nice week just to play it. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry for any technical problems. We'll get it ironed out hopefully for the next race. Congratulations to the Division 2 winners, or Division 2 podium. Commiserations to Connor. You had a fantastic race, mate, and you deserved more from that. But we come back strong in 2 weeks. Thanks ever so much for joining me. I've been Nellboy.